Hey guys, once again, I want to welcome you to my play along session number 223. Yes, coming to you from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Here I am, Tom Morley, and I've got some great tunes to share with you today. We're going to share tunes from Ireland, of course, since I love Irish trad tunes, but also some tunes from England and Wales. I found all kinds of good tunes from all over the world, and these are fun. These are kind of reminded me exactly 10 years ago this week. Fran and I took a trip to England and went to Liverpool and saw the famous places where the Beatles were, and I played Eleanor Rigby on Eleanor Rigby's grave and did some other very cool things. And while I was there, I met some English fiddlers who loved English traditional tunes. Now you say, what? I didn't even know that those existed, but yes, they do. They just don't have the kind of promotion over a couple hundred years that the Irish tunes did. Also, we've got a couple tunes from Wales. Fran and I are big fans of Welcome to Wrexham, if you've seen that show on Hulu that follows the the football team, and what happens with them. It's a fun show and makes me think of tunes from Wales, and there's those as well. So we got a nice mix coming up. This first tune is a tune that's played as an Irish polka. I've heard it shared in my time, but it's actually an English tune, probably an English march. I discovered it when I moved here to Chattanooga in a collection from a famous fiddle player here named Fletcher Bright. And I just love this melody. It's got such a fun dancing melody in the fingers. And I just really have fun playing this tune. It's called, and I love the name of it too, it's called Salmon Tailing Up the River. So maybe some of you fly fishermen out there, I'll send this one out to you. But 3 times around in the happy key of A, this lovely little melody from England. It's often played as an Irish polka called Salmon Tailing Up the River. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. From the top. One more time. Starting out the session with a very cute tune. You've got to admit that one will stick in your heads. Da, 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 da. A very catchy melody from England. Once again, it's played in Ireland, though, as a polka. So it's a lovely tune called Salmon Tailing Up the River. Hope you like that one for the first tune of the day. And the next couple tunes are from also from Wales and England. Here's a tune I found in a book of Welsh fiddle tunes, actually. And it's a traditional Welsh jig, so it's in 6/8 time, like an Irish jig. That does not change. It's a tune called Hunting the Hare, and I think you can almost hear the poor rabbit jumping around in the field there, trying to stay out of harm's way when you hear me play this tune. It's a unique tune. Most jigs have 16 measures, an 8-measure melody for an A section, and then an 8-measure melody repeated for the B section. So it's 32 measures long. But this tune is very succinct, shall we say, and is got the first melody is only 4 measures, and you play it twice, so that's an 8-measure melody. And then the second half of the tune has the little jumping bunny notes that I hear, and then ends up with the same little melody it started with, and just an 8-measure melody. So this Welsh jig is only half as long as a traditional jig, but it's still a fun tune to play. I think you'll like it a lot. We'll do it, since it's a short little tune, we'll play it maybe 3 or 4 times. In the key of D, 6/8 time, a Welsh tune called Hunting the Hare. 1, 2, here we go. Isn't that a cute tune? 2 great little melodies to start our session tonight. I really hear the little bunny rabbit jumping around right there, and then I think he's kind of getting out of the way. That little middle part right there. So in my mind, I can really hear that little bunny rabbit. We have them all around our neighborhood here in Chattanooga. So I can just imagine the notes of that tune really matching up with that bunny rabbit. All right, let's keep going with a playlist of tunes from Ireland, England, and Wales here today. And this next tune was maybe the most famous melody to come from Wales. It's called the Ash Grove, and it's been around for hundreds of years and is often done as a vocal number with choral groups in Wales. Everybody knows this tune. Maybe they might not always know where it came from, but this tune is used in hymnals and other books of music. Let All Things Now Living is sometimes what it's called, and it has various lyrics depending on where you are and where you live and where you might go to church. So you might have seen this book in a hymnal as well. It's another really pleasant melody, and it's a lot of fun to play. So let's play this 2 or 3 times around. It's in the key of D in 3/4 time. From Wales, the tune called the Ash Grove. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Beginning. One more time. That's one I've shared on a couple of occasions. The Ash Grove is the name of that tune. I think it makes a great little trad tune that you could play in a session, really. I don't know why you couldn't get everybody going on that tune and having fun with it. But a very famous melody from Wales, and it's called the Ash Grove. Well, I hope everybody's doing real well out there, and I do appreciate you all tuning in here on this Monday, the 223rd session, the 223rd hour of tunes that I'm sharing with you since March of 2020 when I first started this. So we're more than 5 years in. We continue to, I continue to be here. As long as people tune in and want to watch, I'm here for you. And now, of course, we also have the opportunity, you guys, to follow me on YouTube as well. You can see all of my sessions from the whole year and some of the older ones from years past on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/at Tom Morley Fiddle, one long word. And you can just put my name in there and you'll probably find me one way or the other at YouTube. But you can watch all of my sessions. You can go immediately with the timestamps that I put in the text. You can immediately go to the tunes and not hear me talk, if that's what you'd like. And of course, thanks to the settings on YouTube, you can change the speed as you watch me. You can play the tunes faster or slower. If you hear me do a tune and you'd like to learn it and you thought I did it too fast, here on Facebook, you can watch it at half speed or even slower. So it's a great learning tool and a great way to revisit any session of mine that you'd like to watch and play along with. So there you go. Let's do really one of my top 10 favorite little melodies that isn't from Ireland. This is an English fiddle tune called Old Tom of Oxford, and I know I've shared this with you trad friends a number of times over the years, and I've always had fun playing it and also teaching it at summer camps and fiddle workshops and that sort of thing. A great tune to learn by ear. It is in the key of D and basically fits into a D scale, except for I think a couple E's. You need to add 1 or 2 open E's there, but otherwise it's a fun tune to practice learning and playing by ear. Another happy one. I've picked 4 very happy tunes here to start our session today. So you might not have ever heard this tune, and you probably would never play it at an Irish session, but it's still a fine tune coming its way from England. It's probably an ancient little melody here. Let's give it a try. Old Tom of Oxford in the key of D. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I hear every time I play those last 2 measures. That's old Tom of Oxford. This tune, I actually was able to look up its history, and it's not named for an old man named Tom who lives in Oxford, but in the town of Oxford, England. It's full of universities and colleges. There's a famous old bell tower there where they ring the bell at different times of day, and its nickname is Old Tom. It's the name of the bell and the bell tower. So this is about a bell tower, but when you're an old Tom like me, you also enjoy it because it makes you think that as well. Well, 4 happy, exciting, fun tunes. I hope you've liked those unique tunes. You might not hear them at an Irish session, but I think it's good to have tunes in your repertoire from all over. Little simple melodies like these are also good to work on your ear training and listening and memorizing these kind of tunes that aren't overly busy like many of the Irish tunes are. And so if you're going to practice, you might as well practice on some interesting and tuneful melodies, don't you think? So I hope you like all four of those. Very tuneful little melodies. All right. Well, up to number 5. Now I'm going to throw you a real wrench in the works here with our session today. It's another tune you would not hear at an actual Irish session, but you might hear it in an English country dance where folks are dancing to old English tunes. This tune comes clear from the 1600s and it's called Red House. It was published way back, like I said, in the 1600s in a famous book called Playford's English Dancing Master, which was a collection put together by an Englishman named John Playford, who lived in the 1600s and collected all the tunes he heard being danced to in England at the time. This tune could be played in a variety of keys, I imagine, but this is the way I've said it, is the way it appeared in the original books clear back in the 1600s. It's in the key of G minor, based off a B-flat scale. So it has flats, ladies and gentlemen. It has 2 flats, a B-flat and an E-flat, something we do not usually have on the fiddle. So the key that it's in is this. Yes, so you've got to play low first fingers on your A string fiddles and low first finger on your E string as well. The low first on the E will give you F natural. The low first on your A string will give you B flat. So you've got to be ready for that. Your fingers really won't touch any at all. You'll have third finger, low second, low first. So you'll have whole steps in between all your fingers. And in the first section of this 3-section tune, you also have to play a couple E's. They are not open E's. They are low fourth finger E's right next to your third finger. There, I hope you can see me doing that, and I hope that helps you think of what to do. You can just sit back and relax and watch me play this tune if you're not used to playing in flats, or you just don't feel like it, because really very few fiddle tunes ever come in flat keys. But this is an English country dance tune, so that's the difference. Let's do this one 3 times around. It's such an exciting, fun tune. I really like it, and that's why I've decided to share it with you. Just kind of close your eyes and imagine a bunch of English lords and ladies dancing to this melody. Here we go. Red House. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. more time. Here's a tune I don't play very often, but I really do like it, and I hope you enjoyed me sharing it with you. It's an ancient tune from England, a dancing tune called Red House. To me, this sounds like 1600s rock and roll. I'm telling you. I mean, it's an exciting tune. I can imagine a bunch of guys, fiddles and flutes or whatever, playing it, and everybody dancing around the room. All right. Well, the next couple tunes are going to be a lot easier and, in fact, well-known and popular tunes. So you can calm down after trying to play a tune with two flats. And we'll have some fun with the next couple here. This is a good time to remind you that, hey, it's the last absolute Monday of May 2025. I can't believe that. And so my next session will come at you a week from today. It'll be the first Monday in June. It'll be June 2nd. And I will be here for another session, number 224, I guess. And after that, then I'll take a break. No session on the 9th. And then I'm going to try and figure out the rest of my June. But I will be here next week, so don't worry about that. If you want to make a donation to my tip jar for the month of May, I really appreciate that if you feel like it. And of course, there's where you can do that at paypal.me/Irish TRAD fiddle. I really appreciate if you want to make a donation. If you can't, no worries either, because I'm here ready to share tunes with you regardless. I've been doing it for so many years. What else would I do, right? On a Monday, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. So anyway, there we go. That takes you up to date. And I already told you about my YouTube channel. So we're set to play the next group of tunes here on session number 223. Off She Goes, one of the most famous Irish jigs. Simple. A lot of times this is one of the first Irish jigs anybody learns in the key of D. It's been around since the 1700s. Many of the tunes I'm playing here for you today are really ancient tunes, hundreds of years old, not 10 years or 20 years old, but hundreds of years old. And Off She Goes was very popular all through the British Isles, and there were all kinds of little songs made up to the melody because it's fun to play and fun to sing as well. Here we go, 3 times around on the very famous Irish jig called Off She Goes. 1, 2, here we go. Top. tune, a couple hundred years old, a happy little Irish jig, usually known as Off She Goes. There we go. A lot of happy tunes we're doing today, and same with the next one. Here's a tune that's probably kind of Scots-Irish called Staten Island, another ancient tune from the 1700s. Really famous this tune is because in the B section of the tune, even though it's in the key of D, it has C naturals. Very famous little melody in that B section, and you can really hear the difference when you play those C naturals in this tune. It's probably one of the busier tunes we're going to play today, but a really great one to have under your fingers and work on a couple little places. You know, this is the kind of tune you want to get really good at this kind of a level of tune, and then it opens the door to playing many other Irish reels because they are often kind of busy and noodly, right? So this is a good place to start with that sort of thing. Here we go, 3 times around on a classic Scots-Irish reel in the D called Staten Island. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Tune called Staten Island. I wonder how many times that tune has been played over a couple hundred years that it's been around. Still a great little melody. And that's the kind of tune that makes me think about how so many tunes that we play, it's like your fiddle's a time machine, isn't it? You're able to play tunes from many centuries and imagine people dancing to them. And maybe if you could get into a time machine, one of my favorite thoughts, and get sent back to 1775, and you'd see a fiddle player sitting there, and you'd say, "Hey, you mind if I play along with you?" And guess what? You two guys would still know a lot of tunes together. You could say, hey, do you know Staten Island? And he'd say, yes, I do. And you'd sit down and play with him. So all these kind of tunes, you could imagine yourself going back in history and playing them along with fiddle players in history. Okay. Now, the Irish players love slip jigs, and we do know a lot of slip jigs here. And many of them come from England, where they were known as 9/8 dances. So they've got 9 beats in a measure. That's where the slip jigs come from. And a lot of the melodies have been used then for Irish slip jigs as well. The tune we're going to do now is an English 9/8 tune, and it's also played sometimes in Ireland under different names. In England, they call it Mad Molly, but once you play it, you might recognize it as a tune sometimes called either Bros and Butter or the Peacock Leads the Hen. There's more than a couple names for this tune, depending on where you are and where you heard it and what name they told you. But I found it in a book of English dances. So this is, once again, probably a couple hundred years old, and in 9/8 time. An exciting tune starts in B minor and then goes to D. So here we go in 9/8. I'll count to 9 and get us started here, and we'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we go. That's a neat tune, kind of crooked and kind of sounds a little, sassy at the beginning and then happier at the end. And then, yes, and Paula says, home again, home again. Jiggity jig, yes. You can hear all kinds of little fun things. It would probably be a little faster. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, what a neat tune that is. Mad Molly is the name of it. A very old tune from England known as a 9/8 dance because, of course, you're playing in 9/8 time. All right, we've got time for 2 more tunes in our session. Here's an English jig for you now, one that'll be fun and friendly to play, called Who'll Be King But Charlie. And it's in the key of A minor, Dorian. Here we go. Who'll be King but Charlie? 1, 2, 1, 2. King but Charlie is one of the many names that tune goes by. So there we go. We're going to end up with one of the most famous fiddle tunes or trad tunes of all time. But I hope you've liked this mix of tunes that I picked this week. They weren't all from England. Some were famous, some were pretty obscure, I realize, and not well known or played. But they all had fun melodies, I thought, and were great ones to practice and just add to your repertoire and be able to say, you know, I know tunes from all over the world. And that I think is a fun thing to do. Once again, they were also, you know, melodies that stick in your head, and that's a good thing as well to practice on your instrument, to learn to play by ear, work on your ear playing, or memorizing. So once again, I hope you've liked this eclectic mix of tunes that I picked for today's session from Ireland, England, and Wales. And we're going to end up with a Scots-Irish reel breakdown that's played in North America for hundreds of years as well, called Soldier's Joy. So once again, I wonder how many times this tune has been played over the centuries. A couple billion, I imagine. We all know this one. Here we go. Soldier's Joy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. great set of tunes today. Hope you had a good time. Thank you so much for joining me for my session number 223. And I hope you'll help me welcome in the month of June next Monday on June 2nd. Until then, you'll have a great week. Be kind, be good, do what you can that's good, and play some tunes, why don't you? Thanks again for joining me. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye for now.